Hello, beautiful people. This is the time you guys been waiting for. I'm getting ready to make my collard greens, so make sure you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, and let's get right into it. So for your collard greens, of course, you're gonna need a smoked turkey. I got a turkey leg, it's already smoked. You can use any kind of garlic that you guys want. I like minced garlic. You can chop garlic, use garlic powder, whatever you want to use. But this Gilroy Farms minced garlic is the truth. Some people don't use onion. We use onions. I haven't seen anybody that doesn't. We use 2 onions in ours. You're gonna need some beef broth, and which is the game changer. Everybody always asks how I do my greens differently. I add a little bit of ginger. I'll show you guys in the video. Himalayan salt, black salt, and about a teaspoon. If you guys don't like spice, you don't have to use the red pepper. But this is what I'm going to use. Back here I have my seasonings that I will add later, which is going to be the garlic and herb seasoning blend. I have some Sazon, some Slap Your Mama. I have some garlic powder, onion powder, and ground mustard. I'm only going to use a little bit of this. And of course, you're going to need your collard greens. I just took these out the freezer. I'm about to clean those. And let's get into it. So you can use whatever kind of pot you want. This is my favorite pot to make greens in. I don't know how to make it any differently in any other pot. I love this pot. It is so awesome. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start boiling about this much water. I'm gonna start getting it on the boil. That way when I get my smoked turkey in there, it can already start going. I'm gonna add in my onions and everything else. Let's go. So I have about that much water inside. Don't forget, we're going to use our beef broth too. I like to mix it with water. Also, I forgot to mention that I do use 1 chicken bouillon, game changer. So we're going to get this going. I'm going to turn this on high, get this boiling, and we're going to start chopping our onions. The water hasn't started boiling yet, but I am going to drop 1 bouillon in. So now I have my onions all chopped up. They don't have to be perfect, you guys. We are gonna add these to the boiling water with the bouillon. I like to do it first. Well, not first, because I'm gonna get ready to start adding everything in. But I like to get the onions into the pot. That way they can start getting transparent. A lot of people that don't like onions and love my greens don't even know I have onions in it. So with that being said, we're gonna put the onions in there and let's get it going. I'm going to drop the onions in there with the bouillon. It should start boiling. And let's get. So this is what you're going to get so far. We just got our onions in there. The water's going to get ready to start boiling. Now we're going to add in a scoop of our minced garlic. So we like garlic, so I'm going to add about this much garlic into the pot. Let's get that to slowly stir around. It's smelling good already. Next, we're gonna use our ginger. You don't have to add a lot of ginger. Sorry guys, I'm doing this with one hand. You don't have to add a lot of ginger. I just put about that much. You guys won't even know it's there. Here is the turkey leg. I love using the leg. I feel like it's so much more meat. So we're just going to go ahead and get ready to put in our turkey leg. Then we're going to add in our beef broth. And we're just going to let it boil up for about 30 to 40 minutes until the meat starts to kind of fall apart. So now we are going to add in our big old turkey leg. We're just going to let it fall in love. So as you guys can see, the pot is steaming. Smells so good in here. Next, we're gonna add our crushed red peppers for flavor. We're gonna add in our black pepper. I don't have that much left, but I have a whole other bottle, so it's all good. Now you want to be generous with the black pepper. Be generous. It's not gonna be that spicy. Add as much as you want. And here's my next one. This is actually this black pepper I really like to use. This is the Morton's. And this was about $5, but it's actually worth it. So we're gonna add in our black pepper. It smells so good, you guys. Now we're gonna add in our garlic and herb dash seasoning. And you can be gentle with that too. We're gonna add in a little bit of the Slap Your Mama. We already have the bouillon in there, so don't worry about it getting too salty and all that. It's not going to be salty at all. It's going to be delicious. There's the garlic powder. Even though we got our minced garlic that I can smell already. We're going to add in our onion powder. Oh, it's not even open yet. Okay. Add in our onion powder. Next, we're going to add in our brown mustard. And these are not mustard greens. These are collard greens. But we are adding in just a little bit of the ground mustard. Next, I'm just going to add just a tiny bit, not the whole entire packet of, it's open at the bottom, but the Sazon. Just a little bit. I'm not going to go extra on it. And last but not least, I did not add this, but when I'm cooking, I'm just going to use a dash of the Louisiana hot sauce. Like that. Next, we'll just give it a little bit of a stir, let it all fall in love. And now we're going to get ready to go wash our, well, I actually have the greens soaking in lemon and vinegar, but we're going to wash our greens. And then we're going to add it. But one more thing first. We got to add our beef. You can use chicken broth, chicken stock, beef stock, whatever. I prefer to use the beef broth. So we're just going to add our beef broth now that this is finally boiling. It smells so good in here right now, you guys. It's not even funny. There we go, let's wash our greens. Okay, so that while that's cooking, we are going to rinse off our greens that we had soaking in lemon and in vinegar. This is only one batch, I can only fit one batch at a time. The other one's soaking, and we're going to get this batch on in. Alright, so this is what we want to see. You guys see it's starting to fall apart. It's a beautiful brown color. The onions are getting translucent. Next, we're going to add in our collard greens. So these are nice and washed and good. All the impurities are all taken out. So we get that box out. We're going to get all this out. Alright, so we got our greens in here. We're just going to mix it around. Go to the bottom and try to move the bone around. Hang on, let me get you guys to a good view. Yes, then you guys see the onions starting to go transparent. Yes, it smells so good in this house right now, you guys. You guys have to try these collard greens this exact same way. You will have all your family members and your guest members crying for their ancestors. Yum. Okay, so we're gonna let our greens do what they do best. We're gonna let this cook for about another 35-40 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and see what the finished product looks like. Yeah. So it's not fully done yet. This is about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes into it. You guys see that glistening? Hey, I love my greens flavorful, you guys. It is so good. You guys see how the onions are starting to get translucent. Us personally, we love onions, but if you guys want them more translucent, you keep going, but we do have about another 30 minutes or so. So I'll come back when they're ready.